Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How is everybody on this very cold and snowy Saturday? I know that it's snowing a lot across the nation. So what a better time than to come on with all of you and see how everybody's doing. I've really missed everybody. For those of you who follow me, you know that my daughter and her boyfriend came in for her birthday. And so we were very busy, and in a short period of time, she got to come visit, and she had to go back home yesterday. Sad day, but her being a flight attendant, she gets to come back. So that's what is my saving grace. But I just want to welcome everybody this morning. My name is Terry Brumagem, and I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And my business is Crafts a Latte. And so you can follow me on craftslatte.com, and I would love for you to do so. So Saturday mornings is just a real fun, laid back, coffee and a card. Share with me what you're drinking this morning. You know me. Hence, Crafts a Latte. I love my coffee. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So this morning, I have been having some requests of people who would like to have me kind of demonstrate things where you kind of stick to a color code or maybe one stamp set. So what I'm doing this morning is this real pretty fun paper from our celebration. And I'm going to go ahead and show you this because it's just a couple weeks left. This is our celebration catalog, where for any $50 you spend, then you get a free item at level 1. And then if you spend $100, then you get a free level 2. Well, the reason I want to show you this one is because I absolutely love this paper. And if you are familiar with our paper, it's very, very versatile. It's very strong. It's reversible, and I absolutely love it. So I've shown quite a few projects with it. It comes 12 by 12, and it's got front and back, and it's got different colors that it coordinates with. So what I decided to do this morning was show you a very easy, simple card with this paper, but it coordinates with one of our sets in the mini catalog, the January to June. And it's this set right here, everybody. It's called In Bloom, because in the celebration catalog, it says that it actually coordinates with the Pretty Perennials bundle. It actually does not coordinate with that one, which is why I'm showing this to you this morning. It actually coordinates with this In Bloom stamp set and die set. So the reason I wanted to show you this morning is because, to be honest, I originally did not get this set. I thought it might be a little bit overwhelming to have so many dies and so many stamp sets, but it's quickly becoming one of my favorites, and I'm going to show you why. So if you get the stamp set and the die, you save 10%, and that's called a bundled savings. So what I decided to do this morning is I went in and I die cut out each individual die to kind of give you a visual of truly how much you'd be getting with this set. Then what I did, everybody, is I came in and I put all of the stamps on a block. And I went through, so this is how many stamps you get as well. So then I went in and I stamped all of the different images and how you could, put like a smaller one on a larger one. But I am a visual person again. So just looking at the stamp set, it's not enough for me. And so I wanted to show and demonstrate to everybody how really, really fun this can be. So these are all of the stamped images. These are the die images. And then you intermix them. This little guy right here, I wanted to show you, it comes with a die. And so I wanted to show you what it would look like if you were to stamp directly on our basic white paper in the coordinating colors of this particular paper that I'm using today. And it's going to, the celebration ends February 28th. But what's really fun about this paper, so if you had your eye on this paper at all, I highly recommend you getting it. And I'm going to show you a couple of reasons why before we jump into our card. So this cuts out But I also wanted to show you what it would look like just using our basic cardstock of any color if you chose not to earn this set for free, okay? And so this is showing some different color coordinating colors. And so with this particular paper, I want to show you what happens. And I did some examples for you to show you how great this paper is. So what this does is this has a print that I wasn't very fond of. Let me show you what it looks like before I cut it out. And so it is circles. So what I did is I simply took one of the flowered images and punched it out like so. And so you're going to end up with all kinds of images. I'm not going to pull all this out and have it be overwhelming, but I literally just sat and was just having a lot of fun watching a new series on Netflix with my daughter yesterday called Sinner. And even though I'm a Christian girl, don't like to sin, but everybody does, but it's a fantastic new series. You got to get into it. So anyway, what I did is look here. I just went in and started punching out images on this paper that it coordinates with. And so you could easily do like a tag. But this one, since I didn't particularly care for the circles, I just started coming in with my flowers, and it's, I don't know if you can tell, but it leaves this stitched look to it that I absolutely love. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Billy. Thank you so much for joining. For those of you who like to add people into your prayers, if you could be praying for my sister Billy, she had major surgery, and so she could really use your prayers. So here is another print. Again, it's reversible, right? This would be great for Easter cards that I've got an Easter bingo coming up. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. So what I did is, look here, everybody. You just come in like so, and I wanted to show you what happens. It's okay if it has like a little bit's cut off, or it's because you can cover it. So what I did is I just took one of my flower, and let me just grab one here to give you a visual. So you just take this and you put it directly over the print. So let me find one. So this here, so here's your flower print. You take one of the dies and it fits perfectly right over it. You just have to find the angle. So there it is right there. Okay. And so let me get rid of some of these prints because it could be overwhelming for you. So let me get rid of some of that so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about here. So the dies will fit directly on there. Okay. It'll fit, so you get the idea. So our dies are meant to coordinate with this paper. And then you've got maybe the little one that if you don't want to stamp or use basic, then you get to use this paper here. So this is just really fun. Again, I use this one here, and then so instead of having the plain look, you're getting the stitched look. And that actually was right here. And so again, you're getting the stitch look. So if you've ever thought about investing into some fun dies with spring and Easter coming up, this is a really fun set. It's got a label. It's got just a lot of fun things for you to be able to use, whether it be on printed paper or basic paper. Okay, so let me go ahead and move that out of the way because I want to jump right in and show you what we did. And then if you want to stick around for more than just coffee and a card, I have some bonus cards that I did go ahead and do this morning because I'm wanting to show you guys. I've had requests again of people wanting to like maybe use one stamp set, okay, and one color, knowing that everything coordinates so nicely. So this is the card we're making today. So this is a real easy fun fold, and I'm going to show you real quick how I did this. You can switch up the flowers, you can switch up the paper, but I'm going to give you the fold, how to do it, and then you can do it however you like. And then we'll go from there. So what I did is I'm starting with the coordinating color. So let me just show you real quick for those of you who have ordered all your colors from me. The coordinating colors for this paper pack is always listed on the very back. Okay, so here's our 12 by 12 paper, and on the back it's going to tell you the coordinating colors. Do you know, when I first started, I had no clue that that was there, and I would always wonder, where's everybody? You know, I didn't know my colors at the time. And so this is a quick little tip. Always look for that on the back. okay? So these are the coordinating colors of this particular In Bloom paper that you can win for, not win, but you can earn for free. So we've got Night of Navy, Rococo Rose, Old Olive, Soft Seafoam, Seaside Spray, and your Petal Pink. The Rococo Rose and the Seaside Spray are going to be retiring come June. And so you're going to want to make sure that if you love these colors, that you grab those because they will go fast, especially the re-inkers. So the color that I chose to do on all my cards today, if you do decide to stay for longer than just the regular first one, is Night of Navy. Okay, so I'm going to be using Night of Navy, and I am using basic Night of Navy cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off. So again, this is a standard fold, fun fold, that if you don't have this paper, the measurements stay the same, but the colors are different. And why does that seem, that does seem a little bit longer. So what happened here? So something happened with my measurement, but I actually like that just as much because I'm going to be bringing in more of the Seaside Spray. So that's fine. So then you do your designer series paper, and it's reversible. So we could easily even do this side, but I wanted to bring in 3 colors of the dyes. So even though there's not pink on here, you could still use this one. And if you wanted to bring in the Rococo Rose pink, maybe use your blenders or your sponges and bring in pink. But I'm going to be consistent and just use what we are using here today. But you know what? Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and let's glue this down. And I'll give you the measurements one at a time here. And then we'll do the stamping here before we bring everything out. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this up here, do our folding, do our gluing, and then we'll do some stamping. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use my stamp and seal and go ahead and lay this piece down here. And normally I would not have this much of a border, but sometimes it's fun to switch things up just a little bit. And that looks good there. And then we have another piece of that designer series paper. Again, it's reversible. So we've got this print as well as this. And I thought that this coordinated with that. So I'm going to go ahead and take my stamp and seal and go ahead and lay this down after I lay down my 5 1/4 by 4 basic white. So let's just go ahead and maybe put those in the corner, okay, and in the middle just a little bit. Now, since I'm not stamping directly onto this basic white cardstock, I'm okay in laying that down. But before I do that, let's go ahead and take that strip, okay? And we're just going to do it flush to the corner. And I think I like that bigger border to the inside. So again, we're just taking this basic white for the inside of the card and putting our layer down, and make sure you get that straight like so, okay? And then let's go ahead and lay that down like so. So just center that. I'm trying to do that without putting my head in the camera. Okay, so that's good. Then what we're going to go ahead and do, I've already shown you how to use the dies, but since we already have this one open, let's go ahead and do this open fold here. So I'm just going to take my silicone mat, which I love because everything wipes off, and I went ahead and pre-did a lot of my pieces. And if you want me to show you how I did that again, then just let me know. I'm going to go ahead, and I've got some string here. So I've got this one, and then where's my second leaf here? It's here somewhere. So let's go ahead and put that there, and we're going to crease that. Move this out of the way. So then we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and take, I call it the green glue, so the Tombow liquid glue, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue this flat. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn one of these inserts. And so I remember I showed you that sheet. You can use whatever shapes. Good morning, Deborah. Thank you for joining from Kansas City. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay this flat right on the inside here like so. And just give that a little bit of a pinch for just a second here. And then let's go ahead and bring in that other little piece, like so. And you can go ahead and put a pearl. I'm using the Pearl Basic Jewels. So you can match the front, which I think I'm actually going to do. Let's go ahead and bring these out. And I'm going to go ahead and take my pick tool and go ahead and pop that off like so and put that in the middle. And for those of you that follow me, if you like, comment, or share, you get to go into the prize wheel, and if you're chosen, then you would get this card in the mail. So please do like, comment, and share. You know, I like to get to know all of you, so please take the time to let me know that you're here by commenting, maybe letting me know where you're from, if you have this set, if you like this set. Just, you know, that's why I come on live, is to get to know all of you. And so I'm going to go ahead and move this like so. Let's go ahead and use the bone folder while we're here and go like this, okay? And then let's go ahead and do our stamping. So I went ahead and ran this through. You see me use this one a lot. And it's the Stitch So Sweetly. It's the layered. So I've got the basic white for our stamping today, and then the Night of Navy, and we're going to layer it like so, okay? So let's go ahead and bring in our Night of Navy ink pad, like so. And then I've got the birthday saying, happy birthday, you really are the best, that comes with this set. Okay. And let's just go ahead and I'm going to be doing a video showing you guys how to re-ink your ink pads. And I can tell that this is one of them that needs it. So I'm going to be doing a little training on that. And then I'm just going to come in and do that centered at the bottom like so. Okay. And pop that up. Yeah, you can definitely tell that I probably need to do some re-inking. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my Simply Chamois. Okay. And I love the little case that we sell to come with it. And then I'm just going to clean it like so. Love my Simply Chamois. If you haven't watched me before, you know, there's just some certain tools that you just have to have. Alrighty, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue this flat. Now you can either use your liquid glue, that I call it, my green glue, or you can take your stamp and seal and just go ahead and pop it up like that. And then go ahead and center that. And then we're going to go ahead and add some ribbon, okay? So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we have this fun ribbon that's a dual pack in the mini catalog right now. It's the snail mail twine. This is one of my kits to go this month. So follow me on craftslatte.com to know about my kits to go. And this is a suite that we're using. And it's got pink and white twine in it. So I've got some here that I cut off. So I just took the white and the pink, and you can choose to just do one twine if you want. I opted to go ahead and do both. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fold that over like so. And then I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot. And this is the challenging part of being live, is how well you can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of have my bow up in the corner. And once I get it done, you can fiddle with it. So I'm going to go ahead and treat this as if it's kind of a second finger. And hopefully that we can pop this through and not have any problems. And if I do get it too loose, then I'll go ahead and put a knot in it or a glue dot. But that actually turned out pretty good. I know it's probably hard to watch what I'm doing live, but we'll see how that works. And then go ahead and we'll fiddle with it here in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bit smaller, and then I will put a glue dot once we get it where we like it. But the main part is just to get that tied. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with my snips that I use only for my ribbons, and then go ahead and bring a glue dot in. And I like to put a glue dot so that it stays. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that my ribbons are at the bottom. And now this one frayed a little bit, so let's try to fix that just a little bit. You can have it be at the top and the bottom, but I prefer it to be facing both downward. Okay, so let me get my pick tool and get my little glue dot here. So I'm just picking it right off. Hopefully you can still see me in the screen. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put it right underneath there to give it a good hold. And then flip it over, okay? And then bring this over. You don't have to, the whole point is just to kind of have it be fuller than one strand, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and use my pick tool to try to kind of have those meet, since those furred a little bit. And then bring your stems down like so, and then that way it'll be glued down like so, okay? And then go ahead and come in and trim those, because those are a little bit frayed. So let's go ahead and just cut that off just a little bit. Better. And then you can open these up if you want. You can crisscross them. You can make them as full or as skinny as you want. I kind of like the full look, okay? So there we have that. It just kind of looks more fun, right? So then let's go ahead and clean up our mess. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is let's go ahead and come in with our dimensionals, and we're only going to be putting them on the left side because, as you see here, you don't want to put them on the right side because when you open the card, it would flip open, okay? So let's go ahead and just put dimensionals. You know, I love my little cases. And I'm going to go ahead and bring back in my pick tool and just go ahead. And I liked it where I could put them directly on my ribbon to kind of keep them in place as well. And I'm going to go ahead and put 4 down. You don't have to, but I'm going to just to make sure it stays secured. Let's go ahead and put those away. Take your pick tool and pop off those top pieces. Now they're going to be sticky. This is a great tool because then all of them are there. Pull them off, put them in the trash can instead of having them all over the floor. Okay, now let's go ahead and come in here, and we're just going to center this wherever you like it best. And I'm just going to center it about like so. And that looks good. Actually, let me go ahead, and you just want to make sure that it's straight like so. Okay, and then let's go ahead and build our flower. And so where's my pieces here? Oh my goodness. We have flyaways, so I'm gonna need, what color do I want? So we can either, let's see, I feel like, here it is. Here it is. When I open up my cases, sometimes they go flying. So I'm going to go ahead and use that as a sample so you can see it. So what I do is I kind of lay out what I want to do. So I kind of like that. I didn't know if I really liked the one leaf, so maybe just do one like so. And so you have to tell me if you like 1 or 2 better. But for right now, I'm just going to do 1. But what you could also do is come in with a solid leaf if you wanted to. Again, I already had some cut out, so we could try to see what it looks like with that. So you want to go ahead and bring your silicone mat back in, and let's go ahead and do our gluing on the silicone mat because this is stitched, and so there's little holes there, okay? And so let's go ahead and put some adhesive. You don't need a lot. You know, when my daughters were in preschool, not a lot, just a dot. And that truly is about all you need. But just make sure that you are doing the stitched face down. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this leaf. Actually, you know what? I think I want to get a smaller leaf. So as you can see, actually, you know what I want to do is let's see what this one would look like. To do a navy and a seaside spray. Let's just see what that would look like. And if I choose not to use it, then the glue will just dry. but sometimes the fun of it is experimenting and seeing what you like best. So let's go ahead and close that up. And I want to show everybody my upline, Lori Hyleen got this for me, and it says Pandemic Edition. And I get to store my glue upside down. And so I just think that that's a great little tool there. Alrighty, so now let's go ahead and bring this in and let's start to build. So I'm going to go ahead and put a leaf down first, roughly where I want it. I'm not going to push all the way down. And I want to show you as well, if you have tweezers or if you have any kind of crafting tools, feel free to lift those up if you want. Okay, so far I'm liking the placement of that. And I don't even know if, I don't think we even need that, but if I wanted to, I could always put it in the front. So I'm going to let that dry, and I'm not even going to bother using that. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my blue one here. And I think that that is all we need. Well, let me see what it would look like underneath here. Actually, maybe I do like that. So sometimes it's fun to use monochromatic. So there we have it. And let's go ahead and get these out of the way. We don't need to use those. Then I'm going to go ahead and bring my pearls back in. Okay. And my pick tool. And let's go ahead and put one of these right in the middle. And there we are done with this cuteness. What do you guys think of this stamp set and die set? Are you a flower person? Are you more of the cutesy? Do you like cutesy? But anyway, there we have it. Again, this is the In Bloom set. And so you can see how the paper is reversible. And I just kind of switched the flowers up just a little bit. This actually probably needs to be glued down a little bit. But I mean, just really simple, really cute. And so if you want to go ahead and you're interested in anything I've shown you today, please do go to craftslatte.com. Make sure you use this month's host code. That's what enables me to do door prizes and happy mail. So again, for anyone who likes, comments, and shares, you get to go into a drawing to receive one of these fun cards in the mail. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is we have been on for roughly 30 minutes. So let me know if you want me to stay on and make a couple bonus cards, or I can just show you what I'm talking about. So maybe I'll do that, and then because I just don't want to keep everybody a long time today. So I'm just going to show you, this is just a real fun way to use your designer series paper. Real simple if you've got multiples to use. Again, I'm just using the coordinating colors of these colors. And then this is just adding some more layering and some ribbon. So I'm trying to show you as well how you can use basic, one ink color, one set of paper, and how many different ways you can do it. 1 sentiment. This is just showing you different ways of using paper by tearing it or cutting it differently. Okay. And then again, just trying to use up and not hoard our paper, for lack of better words. So it's just some fun ways to use up your product. And let me put these back in here. These are kits, so put that back in here. So it's just a fun way to show you how you can use 1 ink color, 1 set of paper, and that's what I love about Stampin' Up! Is how everything coordinates so nicely. So everybody go and have a very safe, blessed rest of your day. And I thank you again so much for joining me. I'm going to actually put these here so you can kind of see. And I will see you next Saturday, but be on the lookout for this week's classes. And if you have any questions, please message me, text me, call me, email me, whatever. And please be sure to sign up at craftslatte.com. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great and wonderful day. Bye-bye.